What's happening YouTube? More motivation. Back for another video. So 5 reasons why you aren't losing fat even though you're working out. So people think that because you're in the gym, working out every day, doing a bunch of cardio, doing a bunch of different exercises for chest, triceps, shoulders, back, biceps, quads, hamstring, glutes. You think that doing a bunch of training, doing a bunch of cardio, even going every day is actually going to guarantee you fat loss? Think again. Think again. So we'll talk about 5 reasons why you aren't losing fat. And these are probably things that you may not already know. So the first one, you eat more than you think. The reason I say this is because you aren't fracking, you aren't portioning. You don't know exactly what you put in your system. You don't know what you require to maintain your body weight, what you need to gain weight, what you need to lose weight. So you're not aware of any of that, plus you're eating randomly. Of course you're gonna get fat. Of course you're gonna get more weight, whether if it's water weight and fat. Maybe a little bit of muscle since you're training, but it doesn't reflect in how you want to look. So you're not sure on what things you put in your body. Even though you may tell me you eat good, you eat healthy, I don't know how many overweight people tell me they eat good, they eat healthy. And then when I train them, I realize this person either doesn't eat enough or they're eating a bunch of food that isn't ideal for fat loss. So the first one, definitely something most people are doing that isn't helping them lose fat, even though they work out. Second one, your workouts aren't intense enough. So one word that really catches my attention there is progressive overload. So if you're doing a workout and the workout is challenging today and you keep doing that same workout and eventually that workout doesn't get challenging, if you're not doing anything to change it, you're not going to progress. You're going to stay at that level to the point your body adapts to the point you go down. So you have to add intensity to your workouts. How do you do that? The total volume, the rep ranges, the resting time, the amount of times per week you're training, which can also be in the category of volume, and also what things you're doing as far as tracking your progress. So if you're using specific weights, make sure each week to increase it slightly. If you have a longer resting time and it was too much, decreasing it. So those things will impact the volume, the intensity, to help you make more progress. So a lot of people's workouts is just going through the motions, following the program with your 3 sets of 12. That's not going to work. You may need to change things up a little bit, add supersets, trisets, pause reps, negatives, finishers. Implement a bunch of things to see different results. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting something different. You know what I mean? So workout intensity needs to change. And for cardio, HIIT cardio can be the type of cardio to increase intensity if you're doing steady state right now. Next on the list, you're not moving enough outside the gym. So if you're somebody sitting most of the time, if you're at jobs between 8 to 12 hours per day, sitting down the whole time, that is not ideal for burning fat. A hack you can use to help you lose more weight: at work, stand up. Have a stand-up desk. Throughout the day, be walking around. At lunchtime, at work, go for a walk and come back. Go for a walk to the gym in the morning. Go for a walk in the evening. Get between 5 to 10K steps a day. That'll help you tremendously. That alone is between 100 to 200 calories burnt, which will help you lose fat if you're doing that consistently. You're not sleeping or managing stress. So it's saying here between 7 to 9 hours. Most of us are not getting that much. I would say between 6 and 8. Okay, make sure to get between 6 and 8. and make sure to manage the stress, because if you don't manage the stress, you are essentially going to increase your cortisol levels, which is the enemy of testosterone. Less testosterone means more fat, less muscle, and a bad metabolism. So you want to make sure your stress is in check so that your testosterone levels can increase to help you build muscle, burn fat. Okay? And finally, you're not consistent enough. So I would say you're not consistent enough when it comes to nutrition. That is where you need to be consistent. You cannot out-train a bad diet. It doesn't matter if you go every day. It doesn't matter how many things you do in the gym. If your eating is out of whack, you will not see results. So you lack consistency in how you're eating. So an 80-20 rule is good. So you can have out of every 5 meals, one of the meals can be something of a treat. Out of every 100 meals, 20 of the meals can be a treat. So the 80-20 rule you can implement for eating. But you want to make sure you're consistent with your eating 80% of the time. Let me know in the comment section if you want me to break down what exact foods to eat in a separate video, so that you at least have an idea on how to break down your meals so that you hit your goals. Thank you so much for watching the video. I will review it one by one. So the first one, you don't know exactly what you're eating, and you're eating more than you think. Your workouts aren't intense enough for the second one. Thirdly, you are not moving enough outside the gym. So remember the tips I gave you on standing up at your job, walking before work, after work, and at lunchtime. Try to implement that. The fourth one, not sleeping enough and your stress is out of whack. Make sure to have that under control. Make sure to sleep 6 to 8 hours. Finally, you're not consistent enough in terms of your nutrition. So those are the 5 things to change in order to help you lose fat despite of working out daily. Okay? And I say despite working out daily because there's many people working out daily not losing fat. Okay? Okay, that's it for the video. Thank you so much. Like, share, subscribe, stay tuned for more videos. May God bless you. I'll see you next time.